Cultural appropriation in modern societies. Cultural appropriation is when elements of one culture are taken or borrowed by members of another, especially when a more powerful or dominant group adopts aspects of a less powerful or marginalized culture. These elements can include clothing, hairstyles, language, art, religion, or traditions. The controversy around cultural appropriation comes from the imbalance of power. It often involves taking something meaningful from a culture without understanding its importance, giving credit, or respecting the people it belongs to. While cultural exchange can be positive and educational, appropriation can be harmful, disrespectful, and even exploitative. Throughout history, cultures have always interacted and influenced each other through trade, migration, and communication. However, cultural appropriation is different from genuine cultural exchange because it happens in a context of inequality. When a dominant culture borrows from a marginalized one, it can strip cultural symbols of their meaning and use them for profit or entertainment. This is especially problematic when the marginalized group has faced oppression or discrimination for those same cultural practices. Fashion is one of the most visible areas where cultural appropriation occurs. When non-indigenous people wear Native American headdresses at festivals or use tribal patterns in fashion collections without understanding their spiritual value, it disrespects the deep meanings these items carry. Similarly, when traditional African hairstyles such as braids or dreadlocks are worn by non-black celebrities and praised as stylish, it becomes offensive because black individuals have historically been discriminated against for wearing those same hairstyles. This double standard shows how cultural symbols lose their authenticity when removed from their context and used without sensitivity. Music and entertainment also provide clear examples of appropriation. Many music genres such as jazz, hip-hop, and reggae were created by marginalized black communities. Over time, artists from dominant cultures adopted these styles and made them commercially successful, often without acknowledging their origins. The problem is not inspiration, it is erasure. When the creators of a cultural form are excluded from recognition and profit, while outsiders benefit from it, it reinforces inequality. The same issue arises in dance, film, and even online content, where cultural expressions are imitated without proper understanding or credit. Spiritual and religious practices have also been misused. Yoga, for example, began as a sacred practice in India, combining physical, mental, and spiritual disciplines. In many Western countries today, it is marketed as a fitness routine or a lifestyle brand, often without reference to its philosophical roots. Similarly, indigenous spiritual items such as dream catchers, smudging ceremonies, or sacred symbols are sometimes sold as decorative objects. This commercialization of sacred traditions turns deeply spiritual practices into products, erasing their meaning. Cultural appropriation continues to be a complex issue in today's globalized world, where people are constantly exposed to other cultures through social media, travel, and technology. Some argue that cultural borrowing is natural and can promote understanding, but the problem arises when the borrowing happens without respect or when it benefits one group more than another. Globalization makes cultures more connected but can also make it easier for powerful corporations or individuals to exploit cultural elements for economic gain. Cultural appreciation, in contrast, is based on respect, learning, and acknowledgement. It involves understanding the history and significance of a cultural element, giving credit to its origin, and supporting the communities that created it. For example, working directly with indigenous designers to produce traditional clothing or collaborating with cultural experts to ensure authenticity shows appreciation rather than appropriation. The difference lies in intention, awareness, and power. Appreciation celebrates and uplifts, while appropriation takes and exploits. The issue of cultural appropriation also affects people's sense of identity and belonging. When sacred or traditional symbols are used carelessly, it can make members of the original culture feel invisible or disrespected. For example, turning indigenous clothing into Halloween costumes reduces living cultures into stereotypes and ignores their struggles and heritage. This kind of mockery damages dignity and contributes to social ignorance. From a sociological perspective, cultural appropriation reveals how power and inequality operate in everyday life. The dominant culture has the privilege to adopt cultural expressions from others without facing the same consequences. For instance, when marginalized people use their own language, wear traditional clothing, or practice their customs, they may be seen as different or uncivilized. But when members of the dominant group adopt the same elements, they are often praised as creative or fashionable. This double standard shows how privilege allows some people to enjoy cultural freedom that others are denied. At the same time, culture is dynamic. It evolves and changes through interaction. The challenge is not to stop cultural mixing but to make it ethical and respectful. Artists, designers, and creators can draw inspiration from other cultures while giving credit, sharing profits, and promoting understanding. Awareness and dialogue are key to preventing exploitation. Cultural exchange can be beautiful when it is based on mutual respect rather than profit or popularity. In recent years, awareness about cultural appropriation has grown thanks to social media and activism. Many communities are speaking out against the misuse of their heritage, demanding accountability from brands, media, and influencers. This awareness has encouraged more people to think critically about what they wear, watch, or consume. Schools and organizations now emphasize cultural sensitivity, diversity, and inclusion. This positive shift shows that societies are becoming more aware of how respect and understanding can strengthen unity rather than division. Ultimately, cultural appropriation in modern societies reminds us that culture is not just a style or a trend. It is a living expression of history, identity, and emotion. When we take from a culture without understanding its roots, we risk silencing the voices of those who created it. However, when we approach other cultures with humility and curiosity, we open the door to genuine appreciation and cooperation. Respecting culture means respecting people, their stories, and their struggles. In conclusion, cultural appropriation is not simply about who wears what or who sings which song. It is about power, history, and recognition. The solution lies in awareness, respect, and empathy. By learning about the origins of cultural elements, giving credit, and engaging with communities rather than exploiting them, we can celebrate diversity without harm. Cultural understanding is not achieved through imitation but through genuine connection and learning. When we respect one another's traditions, we move toward a more just and compassionate world. If you found this explanation helpful and it made you think more deeply about cultural appropriation and respect for different traditions, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who are interested in sociology and cultural awareness. Your support helps us continue producing meaningful educational content that encourages respect, understanding, and unity among people everywhere.